I'd like to thank you for joining us on the 5th class of our exercise series. Today we're going to be doing resistance training, just using our own body weight and some household items. And remember, folks, we're going to abbreviate the exercises to fit in the video format. So I'm going to show you 1 or 2 exercises, but when you're doing it at home, you're going to do 10 to 12 repetitions, 2 to 3 sets, and at least twice a week. Okay, so let's get started. Today, first of all, we're going to start off with our pushes, working our chest, front and side shoulders, and a lot of that tricep. So I'm going to turn around. We're going to use the wall here. The wall. Now, the closer your feet are to the wall, the easier the exercise is going to be. It's going to be pretty easy. Now, the further I come out, the tougher it gets. Like that. Now, you can change this up. You can work a little higher up on the chest and get more of the shoulders involved by bringing your hands high and pushing in like that. You can go medium, good, and then you can go lower. So you're getting your stomach involved a little bit there, and just push in like that. And you can put your hands wide. You can put it there. If you get them nice and narrow, you're going to feel a little bit more in the triceps. Just push in. Make sure your hands are clean. You don't want to do it well. Like that. And if you're really feeling good, you're really feeling strong, you can do one arms. You push with one arm, like that. And maybe you can just do a couple with one arm, then you start with a couple with one arm, then you jump in with 2 arms and finish up. Remember, the further your feet go out, the harder it gets. Remember, don't go too far. You don't want to slip. Safety first. And also you could do these using a chair. You can bring your chair, but you want to make sure the chair is stable. Make sure the chair is against the wall. So you can just push like that, using the chair. And then again, emphasize having that chair nice and stable. So that's just some exercises you can do using for your chest. Remember, you're getting your chest involved, the front of your shoulder, side shoulder, and tricep. So now we're going to walk into the kitchen and we're going to do some rowing motions. Now the rowing motions are going to get you the back, obviously your back, your traps, and a little bit more of the bicep. So we're going to put our hands on the sink. We're going to bring our feet in close. Everything's nice and even. We're going to bring our fanny back, and we're just going to row in. Just going to pull ourselves into the sink. Nice little motion. And also this would work too if you had maybe in the garage you have a little bar. You could use the bar and pull yourself in. Nice little back exercise, getting the rear deltoids, getting a lot of that bicep. So let's go back to our starting point. Walk ourselves back. Now next up, we work the middle of the body, the big muscle groups. Now we're going to get the shoulder. We're going to get the front shoulders, the anterior part, and the medial part. And you can use some props for this. A little hustle up, because if you do this, it might be a little too light. The weight of your arms, not like your legs, they're going to be pretty light. So you can use the water bottles, do front raises, like that. Front raising, you only kind of come up to shoulder height. You don't have to come up any higher than that. That's your front raises. And if you want to, you can use something a little heavier, a little jug of water. Bring up, like that. No detergent, some things you're going to have in the house. Or in these trying times, you might want to go with a nice Chardonnay. Boom. And these work fine. Side raises. You want to do your side raises like that. And again, shoulder height, so front and side. And you can do them both at the same time if you wanted to. You can go like this, boom. Front raises like that, side raises. Either way. Nice. And that's just some shoulder exercises you could do. Now for the back of the shoulder, rear deltoids, a nice way to do that is we're going to bend, we're going to do a little squat, we're going to push our fannies back, arms out, and just lift. Lift those on elbows high, elbows forward. And that's a nice way to work those rear deltoids. Like that. Nice. Now it's up. Now we're winding down. We're going down to the bottom. Now we're going to work our biceps. So for biceps, just little curls. Like that. Again, you can use heavier items if you want. This might be too light. Biceps, triceps. We're gonna bend our elbow. We're gonna kick back at the elbow, pivot at the elbow, and kick it back. Nice way to work those tris. Boom. Now another way to work the triceps is with your chair. You're gonna get your chair. Make sure that chair is stable. Chair against the wall. We're gonna slide forward on the chair. We're gonna bring our legs out. We're gonna do a little dip. Boom. Shoulders don't come down too low. Don't put too much stress on those shoulders. Now you feel, oh, this is pretty easy for me. So what you do, the further the legs go out, the harder the exercise gets. So if you say, geez, I like that exercise, but I'm a little nervous about that. It might be too much for me. So a nice way to get yourself ready for this is to just start on the floor. Just start on the floor and just lift yourself up. Boom. Like that. That's a good beginner way. Boom. Then you work your way up a little higher. Okay. So there are just some of the exercises you can do for your upper body. Nice, get a nice little workout doing those. Remember, you're going to do 10 to 12 repetitions. You're going to do 2 to 3 sets, at least twice a week. So next, let's start working the lower body. So we're going to start working the lower body. And a nice lower body exercise is a squat. That's going to get those quads. It's going to get the hamstrings. It's going to get the glutes. It's going to get that tibialis. It's going to get those calves involved. So we're going to go our feet. And then you can have your feet narrow like this, shoulder width like that, or even wider. So remember, the feet are even. So one foot's not like that. The feet are nice and even. And our fanny's going back, knees forward, stomach muscles tight. And just coming down like that, and go down where you're comfortable. Down where you're comfortable. Nice. Knees stay over the toes. And that's a nice lower body exercise. If you can only do one exercise for your lower body, a squat would be a nice exercise. Now we're going to isolate. We're going to work more of the back. We're going to work the hamstrings. And we're going to work the fanny. So we're going to use our chair here. You can use a chair or a wall, either way. Get yourself stable, nice and square. And we're going to think of your rear end lifting the leg. Just going to lift that leg up, boom, like that. Another nice way to work a little higher up on the leg, a little bit more of the rear end, is bend your leg and drive that heel straight up, like that. So you can also do another nice exercise for back here. Get your leg as high as you can, straight, and just curl from there. And the key on these is to keep your leg straight. And you could do these exercises laying on the ground also. Another nice exercise for back there is a 3-way kick. So we start with our leg extended, we drive the thigh up, kick out, and lift up. In, out, lift up. Nice, and there's just some of the exercises you can do for the back of the leg. So now let's go to the front. Let's go to the quadriceps. We're gonna bring ourselves square, and you just do little straight leg kicks, using these muscles right here. You can do your thigh lifts, like that. You could do leg extensions, like that. And if you sit down, and these exercises you can do sitting down. Or the back of the leg, obviously you can't sit down and do. So we're going to sit down. We're going to get forward on our chair, sitting tall, always good posture. And you could do our 3-way kick. So kick in, kick out, lift up, in, out, lift up. Or if you wanted to jazz it up a little bit, you can mix up the exercise. So let's say I'm going to start with thigh lifts for 5, then extensions, like that, and then from there you can go straight leg. So there's all different ways you can do that. So that's the front of the legs, we've got the back of the legs. Now we're going to work the inner thighs and the outer thighs. So when we're sitting down, let's work the inner thighs. So what we're going to do, we're going to bring our hands here in the middle of our thighs. We're going to push out. We're going to push out. As we're pushing out, the legs are trying to come in. Just like that. We're adding that resistance with our hands. Nice. In our classes, we use a little rubber ball, but if you don't have the rubber ball, the hands work fine. And you can do the outer, you can do hip rotation, external rotation at the hip, I should say. You can push in as your legs are coming out. Now this is going to work the adductor. These are the adductors. This is your adductor. So you can just press out like that. Now these work, another way to work the outside of the leg is standing up. Get yourself nice and tall. Think of your ear, your shoulder, your hip, knee, and ankle all in one line, and just kick out. And that's a nice abduction exercise. And winding down our exercises today, we're going to work our tibialis and we're going to work our calves. Well, let's start with our tibs. We're going to get the camera down on our feet. We're just going to lift our toes up. Whoop. Right? You might need, this is a nice little balance exercise too. So hold those toes up for maybe a 3 count and down. Toes up and down. Toes up and down. And now next up, we want to work the calves. And we're just going to lift. Boom. Lift those thighs up. 3 count. Down. 3 count. And down. And also you could do toe heel. You go up on the toes, up on the heels, back and forth. Nice little balance exercise. And on all these leg exercises we did, you could do them without holding on, just to work more balance, create a better balance, but always have the chair nearby, always safety. You always want to take care of the safety first. But have the wall or the chair nearby. Oh, that's it. So I want to thank you for joining us today. I just want to let you know that if you need any kind of information on health or fitness, please contact us. And remember, I want you to stay safe, stay healthy, and be happy. Thank you so much.